Is Sicily affordable in 2025? We're pulling back the curtain on our real monthly expenses and showing you exactly what life costs in Carini. We'll cover entertainment, eating out, grocery costs, medical and dental, fuel costs, car insurance, cell phone, internet, utilities, electric and gas, water and sewer, garbage and recycling, and housing. Let's get started. Here in Sicily, one of our favorite things to do is going out to eat. So what is our entertainment and eating out budget for the month?
It was 80 euro.
80 euro? Okay. Well, sometimes we spend more, sometimes we spend a lot less.
Yes, we do.
This month it's been really rainy and we've had a lot to do getting settled, so we kind of went out less.
Yes.
But that place in Sveragavallo we went to, guys, we're going to show some footage of what we ate. Oh my goodness, it was so wonderful. You had the seafood festa.
It was delicious. I love seafood.
You really
Yes.
do. You enjoy it. So every penny is, or every centesimo
Right.
is really spent well because we thoroughly enjoy dining out. All right, Croce, you're the one that does a lot of the shopping as far as groceries because I'm at home working and doing things and you run around and drive that car
Yes.
everywhere, hither and yon. So what is the average spend for our groceries? And I know you go to a lot of different stores, sometimes wholesale, sometimes just regular supermarkets, sometimes the mom and pop fruit stands and meat markets that are just local. But what's our average?
It's average about 400 euro a month.
400. And
Yes.
that's all groceries. That's really good olive oil, fish, fresh fish,
Yes.
and everything. So I think that's pretty good. The next category is medical and dental, and we are eligible for the national health care here. We have a sanitaria card, tessera, because
Yes.
we're both Italian citizens. But how much do our prescriptions cost every month?
By 8 euro.
€8? Okay. Croce went to the Concadoro Mall about 25 minutes away with Joe, our neighbor, because he said it was a good place to have his eyes checked and a glasses prescription filled. Croce has had his last pair of glasses for about 7 years, and they are tinted for automatic adjustment to the sunlight. Over time, the film on his lenses has worn away, which caused a scratch-like effect, and Croce was having difficulty seeing. The Llama Optical Store was modern, clean, and fully stocked with many frames to choose from. Croce was examined, evaluated, and they wrote him a new prescription because his vision had slightly worsened. He paid €137 for the eye exam, frame, and progressive lenses. It's an excellent deal.
Yes.
And I had a problem with my tooth. I had a cap come off. I had this a few years ago and it happened again, a different tooth. And it was a cap on top of a half of my real tooth, and the half of my real tooth underneath was kind of jagged. Anyway, the cap that came off had a post, and oh my word, I wasn't in pain. But it happened in the evening. The very next morning, we went to the dentist. We walked in, no appointment. And I showed them the little tooth that had come off. And they said, no problem, Signora, just have a seat and wait. There were about 3 people to be seen,
Yes.
3 clients or patients waiting to be seen. And so we had to wait till they were done because we didn't have an appointment. But I was a walk-in and they took us. So I went back and he did a whole procedure and cleaned and aired and cemented the thing back in and
Yes, he
cured
did.
it with the heating lamp and all this stuff. And it was really something. And then Croce was in the seat watching everything being done. And he said, you know, I've had some sensitivity in my tooth.
Yes.
And he said, I can make an appointment and come back. He said, no, don't worry about it. And he said, I'll see you when I'm done with Carol. Amazing. So he checked him out. He did a procedure on me that was quite complicated. And so 2 walk-in appointments off the cuff, and we paid €30 for that whole thing, €30. So I thought that was pretty good.
Definitely. We have a Toyota Yaris and it's home diesel, and it's average about 70 euro a month. And I'm running the car all over the place and go all over Carini and a few trips in Palermo. It's a pretty good deal.
Yeah, €70
Yes.
per month. We were paying about $130 in Texas. So even though per liter, it's more expensive to buy diesel and gas here.
Yes.
It's a lot higher cost to pay for it per liter, the equivalency of per gallon in the United States. It's a lot more expensive, but because of the economy car that we have and the efficiency of that engine,
Yes.
our budget is way less over here. So that's a really good deal. Carini, Sicily has recently added parking ticket stands in town where you add money to print a ticket for your dash for the time that you're parked. They do enforce this, so beware. Croce already got a parking ticket to the tune of €68 for not following this new to us practice. Now we budget €7 to €8 per month for parking. Now, as far as car insurance, we went with a company in Chinese because your brother recommended it,
Yes,
right?
he did.
AXA, I believe. I don't
Yes,
know if that's how you
something like
pronounce it. But how much do we pay per month?
It's about 78 euro a month.
People say that's high, and it is, but we're the first time registering that car.
Right.
So we tried to get cheaper. We tried 2 other quotes from 2 other people, friends that checked for us, and because it's the first time we're registering the car and all of that, again, because we changed names and all of that. We had it before, but we sold it and got it back. So that's the reason. It's the first time this vehicle's being registered.
Yes.
So keeping in touch is so very important, and we did get cell phone service here.
Yes.
We went with a recommendation by our neighbor, Iliad, ILIAD is the company. And how much do we pay?
10 euro for each line every month.
Okay, so €20 for the month for both
Yes.
of our Italian numbers. We did keep our US numbers. We pay Mint Mobile $15 a month for each US number. We get all of our two-step authentications and all of that through that line. And we just toggle back and forth between the eSIM, so it's really simple. And I'll link the video that we did on that in the description. In Europe, a big expense is electricity.
Electricity, right?
And so we got here the end of January.
Yes.
So our first full month was February, and we were still adjusting to the no insulation, being chilled, and kind of getting used to it. So that first month was really high. How much was it?
243 euros.
Yes.
But everything runs in electric.
Exactly. Our entire cottage is all electric with the exception of the tank under the sink for the stovetop, the cook stovetop. Our oven is electric, our hot water heater is electric, and so we have space heaters as well that we run on electric. We run the microwave, we run the air fryer,
Pretty
and the
much
coffee
everything.
pots. Yeah.
Yes.
So everything's electric except the stovetop. So 243 is about what we paid in Texas in a cold month.
Yes.
And so for in Europe, we're pretty happy with that. It is our highest bill, but we're pretty happy with it. Talking about utilities, we have gas, but we have it in the bombola. How big is that tank? How many liters is that big tank of bombola?
I believe it's by the kilo, 15 kilos.
Oh, by the kilo. Okay. And that's attached to the stovetop. And we have been here for 2 months. We paid how much for the tank?
25.
€25 for the tank, and it hasn't run out yet, and it's very heavy still. So we have no clue how long.
I'm not sure how long it's going to last.
Yeah, we're going.
But we'll take it.
Yeah, 2 months going strong on €25, but we're going to budget about €10 per month, just as an average, just to be conservative. The next category is garbage and recycling.
Yes.
Croce?
Well, we don't have the first bill yet. It's going to take some time, but I believe it's going to be around 25 euros a month.
Okay, €25, and that's average.
Yes.
Give or take, but we'll keep you posted on that. The big category that everyone wants to know is housing.
Yes.
And the last villa we had in Carini was €600 per month. And that was a bigger villa.
Right.
Beautiful finishes. You can watch the video, but we are in a smaller cottage. We chose to have
Yes.
a ground floor place where I didn't have to use steps because of my hip. If you've watched previous videos, you'll know that I was injured as a child and broke my hip and had plates and then had surgery a year later and had to learn to walk again and all that. Well, it started acting up a little bit, so we changed our minds about the bigger
Yes.
villa with a bunch of steps with the gorgeous view, and now we don't really have a view where we live, but it's so nice. It is 720 square feet with an additional 164 square feet with the outdoor kitchen, because that's an extended living space, and we just love it. Croce is in the process of renovating and painting and getting that all ready, and we're getting ready for the home tour, so we're excited.
Yes.
But our cottage, 2-bedroom, 1 bath, and about 884 square feet of living space with the outdoor kitchen is €450 per month. That includes water, sewer, and internet. This is the signal booster or Wi-Fi extender that was provided, and I have had great upload and download speeds, never an issue, so it is perfect. And our neighbors are absolutely wonderful.
Yes.
It's in a very private area, it's in a quiet area, it's in a good neighborhood, and we have a private gate where we have automatic control. To be able to open the gate for the car to come in, a fenced area. So it's very secure, telecameras outside, very, very beautiful, and we are really happy. We are going to be doing some videos with your cousin, Rosario Amato, about buying a home in Sicily and what it takes and what's required. So stay tuned for that. But we want to also share some expenses that we had just moving here, getting settled. Why don't we go ahead and share that? We went to Dabgea and got miscellaneous household things that we needed. We paid €494 for that. We got shoes, €100. We had to get the title for the car, tags for the car, oil, inspection, new battery, and the title was $480 because we passed the car from a sister-in-law to Croce.
Yes.
So, and then the tags were $260, oil change €60, inspection was $79, the new battery was $120, and that was including labor, correct?
Correct.
And then we went to get a coffee machine, and that was $109. We went to get electronics or a desk, a chair, and different things for the office where I work, and we paid €471 for that, for equipment and such to get set up. So we spent quite a bit that first month in February. So that's why we're not giving you all of the expenses for settling in. We're just doing monthly budget, maintaining that each month. And we'll do that each month. We'll give you an update about what we buy, if anything changes. In summary, our expenses for the month were less than €1,400, but we didn't really include a buffer to take into account miscellaneous items, possible exchange rate losses, transfer fees from your US bank to your Italian bank, if that's how you choose to set it up. In conclusion, Carini, Sicily is a very affordable place to live, as you can see from what we spend per month as a couple. Most people can live here on one person's Social Security check from the US. We've put together a free download for you, and it's called Top 5 Mistakes People Make When Moving to Sicily. I really think you're going to enjoy it, so go ahead and click the link.